Good evening and welcome everyone to our Wednesday night business presentation. My name is Paul D'Souza. I am one of the co-founders of iCoinPro, and today I am here with my partner, Mr. Justin Clark, and we've got a couple of special guests I'm going to be bringing out a little bit later in the show, so you guys can hear from them, their journey with our company. We're going to cover a few topics tonight. There's so much excitement that's happening at the moment. We're seeing a lot of momentum. A lot of people are talking about the company. It's really, really moving places. And you can see we're really noticing a lot of people jumping in and watching this live right now. So welcome every single person. Hi, Martin. And guys, if you're watching this, please comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd like to know who's out there, and we'll give you a little bit of a shout out. Keep those comments coming. But I'm just going to hand over straight to my partner, Mr. Justin Clark. So, Justin, come on out, say hi to everybody, and let's get the show on the road.
Awesome. Absolutely, Paul. Yeah, and I just want to say, wow, Carlos, you've got fans in the house that are here for you tonight too, man. That is pretty awesome. So welcome. And Paul, again, thank you for everything that you do. And Jason and Carlos being here tonight to share your stories and your excitement. That's really, really awesome. So I really appreciate everybody who's here tonight and everybody who's watching. We're broadcasting live tonight on YouTube as well as on Facebook as well this evening. So feel free to drop a heart, drop a like, drop a comment. Let us know if you're watching this live or on replay, where you're tuning in from. Yeah, anything you want to share, absolutely feel free to share it on either social media. We'll be able to see your comments and highlight you and bring you in, make you part of the presentation here tonight. So again, this is the iCoinPro Wednesday night business opportunity webinar. My name is Justin Clark, as Paul mentioned. And just a little background on me. I've been in network marketing and affiliate marketing full time now since I was in my late 20s. If you take a close look at me, you'll notice I'm probably not in my late 20s anymore. A little bit older than that, logged in well over 2 decades now full time. And I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in online marketing. That is for sure. I've had a lot of success. I've been able to obviously do this full time and navigate many different changes and different situations that have happened. I've built big teams. My biggest team was a company I built from about 5 affiliates to over 20,000 paid members in about 11 months. With one company. But through all of that success and learning in network marketing, there just seemed like there was something wrong in the industry as a whole. I mean, the prices just kept going up and up and up. The products just kept getting more and more expensive. The auto ship requirements got more and more outrageous. And I just kind of lost my enthusiasm for the industry as a whole over time. Fortunately, in about 2007, I got introduced to affiliate marketing, and I went on to make an absolute killing in that for many, many years. But affiliate marketing also had its ups and downs. Listen, I saw incomes of tens of thousands of dollars of profit a month disappear with a single email or a phone call in affiliate marketing. So that was also aggravating, frustrating at times as well. So my heart, though, it kept bringing me back to what I love to do, which is really help people become financially independent, financially free, and chart kind of a new course for themselves in their lives. So in about 2013, after a good solid 6 years of real success in affiliate marketing, I started to dabble back into network marketing again. And I wanted to see kind of what was going on, because I had my head in the sand, man. As soon as I was making that affiliate marketing money, it was like I was not paying attention to network marketing at all. I don't know if anybody else could identify. I know Carlos is smiling. I think he can identify with that. So I built some, great teams, and I was making a really good effort at it, but I was struggling in network marketing. I had this one team that blew up to over 20,000 members. Which was great, but that also fell apart over time. And I attended during that time a huge network marketing conference, and I saw this whole panel of professionals, and this was like the light bulb moment for me of what was wrong with network marketing. And they were complaining about eBay and Amazon and their products being listed there by affiliates and their prices being undercut. And then companies were like, a product would get popular in networking, So then like all these companies would copy the product, they put it on eBay and Amazon, they sell it cheaper and get better reviews, right? So it was like they were constantly getting undercut by the online environment, and they were up in arms about it. They wanted to write to eBay and Amazon and get them to cease and desist this stuff. Obviously, that did not pan out. So I realized what was going to happen in network marketing. I don't know. I kind of saw the writing on the wall. That more and more companies in network marketing, they were going to struggle, that were product-based, that had overpriced products. And I really saw a shift in network marketing more towards service-based or technology-based network marketing companies because of the really difficult to compete in online environment that these product companies were finding themselves in. So I was at a point personally where I was looking for like the holy grail. Okay. How do you make money online and you don't have to rely on anybody else? Like it's really under your control. Okay. What could you do to kind of find that perfect opportunity to, make potentially even a full-time income? But again, it's 100% in my control. It was around that time that my mother actually got involved in starting to try to day trade. And all of a sudden I was like, wow, that sounds fascinating. But then she went and started doing futures trading or something and was doing leverage trading and like blew out half of her account. And that sounded terrible to me and stressful. And I was around that time that a good friend of mine, the gentleman who opened up this presentation here tonight, Mr. Paul D'Souza, he started telling me about this thing called Bitcoin. Okay. And in 2017, I finally heard the message and fell in love with it. And I was able to create a day trading system that's now been used by thousands of people all over the world to consistently profit from these markets. But more about that and how that all happened and how iCoinPro came about, Paul's going to talk about in a second. But I'm just so grateful to Paul for introducing me to crypto, getting me to start on my journey of trading crypto full time. And I think what's so unique about what we have now in iCoinPro is that our product is really different from anything else that's out there in network marketing. And I want you to write this down, okay? Because I think this is one of the most important points you should take away from tonight. Once you start using this system, you're going to have a skill to generate income on demand that no one can ever take away from you, period. And here's another thing. No one can ever put this product on eBay or Amazon, okay? That's not going to happen. And I firmly also believe that our product addresses one of the major downfalls that every single network marketing company faces. And that's the fact that in most companies, people are spending way more than they're making every month, okay? And what eventually happens, as soon as their budget gets tight, especially right now with inflation and groceries and everything going on, what's the first thing they're going to cancel? That overpriced auto ship for that potion, lotion, pill, etc. Okay. So with our system, you can master a simple strategy that can generate you way, way more than your monthly membership fee of only $39.95. And you can do that by just using the product. That's not even referring people. Okay. Just using the system, you can do that. So, and here's the other thing. Listen, everybody who knows me knows that the last thing I want to do is be glued to a computer 24/7, right? And I think a lot of people, when they think of trading, they think of like the movies Wall Street and like people screaming and high pressure and wearing a suit and stuff like that. I don't even have, I have a suit. It's somewhere in my closet buried. I got to dust it off. Listen, I live in Florida. Okay. So standard uniform is shorts and flip-flops. But the reality is, that's what most people think. And you got to have like 20 monitors that you got to look at, and you got to, do all this crazy stuff, and you're 24/7 watching the news. Listen, if that's how trading was for me every single day, I would no longer be trading. Okay. With our system, it's so simple. You get up in the morning, you spend about 10 minutes right now, look at our software. It tells you what to trade for the day. All right. You set some alerts, and then you go about your life. Those alerts can come into your mobile phone, all right? And you trade them wherever you are. And like Paul likes to say, I'm the only guy that can walk into the supermarket or Target and walk out with more money than I came in with, right? Because of the fact that I do a trade while I'm in there. So anyway, but to that end, I want to bring out my good friend, Paul D'Souza. Now, Paul, for those who don't know, he's very humble about this, but he is an absolute guru when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. This guy saw it all way before everybody else. He was the smartest guy in the room. Okay. He definitely got it way before I got it. In fact, he told me about it and told me about it and told me about it. I'm like, Paul, what are you buying? Bags of digital air? I mean, what is this Bitcoin stuff? I did not get it. And fortunately, I did eventually in 2017. And I know I'm not alone. I know there's a lot of people on here who've had that same experience when they first heard about it. So, Paul, I'm going to turn it back over to you. If you wouldn't mind, just share a little bit more about how you got involved in Bitcoin, how that ended up leading us to the company that we have here today. And then I know we have two amazing stories that are here tonight who want to talk about why they're excited about iCoinPro and this company. So, Paul, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Oh, it looks like we keep flipping. Sorry, my bad. Oh, okay, I'll leave it up to you.
Just don't, I'm in charge. Okay.
Right, folks. So I've told this story a couple of times, but I don't mind retelling it. But I had been exposed to Bitcoin really, really early days. And the way that it was described to me the first time that I heard it, it really sounded bizarre. And you might relate to this. You know, the first time that somebody told you about Bitcoin, you would have thought, what are you talking about? And it really sounded like somebody wanted me to go and play internet games. That's what it sounded like. Use your computer to make money mining on the internet. Like it sounded like World of Warcraft or some other type of MMO where I would be required to play the game and farm and mine gold and then sell gold for real world money to other players, because I know the guys were doing that, and that to me didn't sound like fun. Like I'm gonna admit it really didn't. So I didn't really pay attention. And then in 2012, a friend of mine who was moving over to the UK, I was living in the UK at the time. A friend of mine came to stay with me while he was looking for a place of his own in London. And we were in my study, and he explained Bitcoin again to me. And at that time, I was diving more into affiliate marketing, and I kind of paid attention with half an ear, but I still, maybe I didn't get it, maybe I didn't want to get it. But again, it was, I'll keep this thing at arm's length. I don't trust it. It was just, I really didn't want to get involved. And then I moved to Southeast Asia around 2015. And while I was there, I out of necessity had to turn to Bitcoin. So at that time, I used to do, apart from my affiliate stuff, I used to buy and sell advertising to guys like Justin Clark. And he reached out to me the one day and said to me that he wanted to purchase some advertising from me. Unfortunately, I couldn't help him because PayPal had shut my account down while I was living in the Philippines. And now being in a foreign country without paperwork, without means to open up a bank account or any other type of merchant facility to be able to allow me to do business on the internet, I was in a bind. And I had spoken to this friend of mine. I reached out to him and I said to him, listen, that Bitcoin thing, can I use it to send and receive money? And he said to me, it is money. So I said to him, okay, I'm ready. Please tell me about this Bitcoin thing. So he did. And for about 4 hours, he typed nonstop on WhatsApp. And when he was done, what I realized was that this Bitcoin thing, I wasn't even looking at it from an investment perspective. I just saw something that was going to completely change the world in the way that people would be able to do commerce over the internet with people on the other side of the planet, right? Like this is what I saw. I saw this, the means to be able to send and receive money without going through a centralized bank without any issues whatsoever. That spoke to me. And also, since I'm South African, I know that throughout Africa, there are a lot of unbanked people that do not have access to regular banking facilities. So what I saw Bitcoin being able to do was change people's lives and completely like take those unbanked people and turn them into merchants themselves, because all you really need is just a phone and a wallet, and you're in business. You are the bank in that sense. And this is what I saw, and it completely blew my mind, because I knew it was going to change the world. I knew that this thing was going to catch on, and I felt like my job was to get out there and tell anyone that was willing to listen about Bitcoin and crypto. And if they weren't willing to listen, I was going to tie them to a chair and make them listen. Like I was that guy. I was irritating. I was annoying. Yeah, like Justin.
I was one of the guys. All right. Yeah.
Right. So then Justin had reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, listen, I need some ads." And I said to him, "Okay, but you need to pay me with Bitcoin." And he was like, "What's this Bitcoin thing?" I said to him, like, you really need to take a look at this. Now, Justin and I have known each other for 11 years. And out of those 11, we've been business partners for 7. And in no time through the course of our friendship have I ever made him do anything. But that was the first and probably only time that I ever said to him, "Dude, stop, you need to pay attention." And eventually, he opened himself up to it. And also because another friend of ours had been speaking to him about Bitcoin as well. So he warmed up to it. And when he took a look at Bitcoin, he came back to me and he was like, "Dude, you can trade this." I said, "Yeah, it's like a commodity." And that got him fired up. And all this time, like while he was looking at it, I was trying to research as much as I could about different aspects of crypto, all these other different cryptos that were coming out. Why did they exist? What can they do? What makes them different from Bitcoin, and so on and so on. I was just diving, but there was nowhere on the internet where there was like a one-stop place for people to be able to go and educate themselves on everything to do with crypto. And then Justin having come back to me to say, "Hey, I'm going to figure out a way to be able to trade this thing." And like he did, all right, like he'd come back to me and he'd say, "There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way, and I'm going to figure it out." And then he'd go off. He'd come back and say, "I just lost a ton of money, but like I think I'm headed in the right direction." And he'd go off again. He'd come back and complain about the more money that he had lost. But the guy was on a mission. He was a man possessed, and he had the conviction that he was going to be able to find a way to trade this. And then one day he reaches out to me. He says, "Hey, listen, dude, I got it." So, "Well, what you got?" He says, "I found a way to be able to trade crypto, and it works. It works." And from there, we were like, "Okay, cool." So on the one side, we got Justin, who's now discovered a way to be able to trade crypto profitably. And here I'm doing all this research. Hey, why don't we form a company that where on the one end we can teach people about crypto, what crypto does, how money has evolved to the point where we now have internet money, and on the other side, we could have within this company the trading side where Justin could teach people his method that he discovered. And this is how iCoinPro was born. And this was late in 2016, and then in 2017 we launched in May. Was May, Justin?
Yes. May was pre-launched. Yeah, June was the official, I think.
All right. Yeah. So we launched, and we out of the gates, we were on fire teaching people about crypto, and then we made announcement that we were introducing something state of the art that we knew did not exist anywhere, and that was something called the Trade Finder, which does exactly as the name suggests.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents, okay, we have a piece of software that finds trades for you. And this is part of the secret sauce that makes iCoinPro so special. Okay. And it works like a charm. All right. And we got guys that are on this call tonight that are going to tell you about this Trade Finder. All right. So stay tuned. And guys, please take notes. All right. Shout out to Mike and Mike. Note takers or money makers, right? Like, and in any case, so we, after the introduction of the Trade Finder, we just kept on adding more and more modules, and then we released a trading portal. Now, I'm not going to dive into that because a lot of people, you can see people in the comments that have mentioned this trading portal. Guys, it's a complete game changer. It's taken everything. It's a culmination of years of work that has all gone into one simple system to help people become very effective traders. Okay, and you're going to hear a lot about some of these things here tonight. I'm not gonna continue telling other people's stories. Not my place. But what I'm going to do, Justin, am I going to hand back to you, or am I just going to introduce?
Let's hear from Jason and Carlos for sure. Yeah, and then you can hand it back over to me.
Okay, so on the call here tonight, we got a gentleman by the name of Jason Lancaster. Did I say that right? And Jason has an actual incredible story, right? He mentioned to me earlier that he had given up his job in June of 2022 to pursue trading full time. Okay, and he had started trading in 2019. Had he traded before 2019? The answer is absolutely not. The first time that he had come across the concept of trading, or maybe he had understood it, but he found iCoinPro in 2019, learned how to trade. Okay, he's made well over six figures since then, and like I said, in June 2022, he left his job to trade full time. But I'm not going to steal the limelight from him. Jason, why don't you come on out, introduce yourself to everybody out there, and tell everyone a little bit about your journey.
Yeah, no problem, Paul. Appreciate it. Guys, my name is Jason Lancaster. I'm from a small town here in Alabama. And much like Justin's story is kind of somewhat similar. I'd been online since 2012. I dabbled in affiliate marketing. And then I got serious about it around 2013, 14. And that kind of started my path online. And kind of similar to Justin, I got in 2018. I was with a company doing really well, and I worked full time this whole time I was in affiliate marketing, and I did affiliate marketing on the side. But I tried to treat it, as much full time as I could. And unfortunately, I got tired of these companies always either changing, selling out, and that's what happened. The company sold out to another company, became a cheap little $20 roadside assistance company. And I was probably in the company 6 months, built a team. And this was like at a pretty good price point. I believe our price point was $250 with a monthly. And, it was really discouraging. I said, at that point, I've got to get a skill set that has nothing to do with the company. I was tired of it. And I also wanted out of my job. I've been wanting out of my job since 2013. If a lot of you guys know or have husbands, wives, or have family members, swing shift is rough. And I worked swing shift for going on close to 17, 18 years.
Oof.
So I was ready for a change, man. That's what got me into affiliate marketing and got me looking at trying to find, a way out. And when I found iCoinPro, I looked at the video Justin done with everybody. I think it was the very first long hour-and-a-half video. And he broke it down, squeeze bubble 1, 2, 3. Honestly, it made sense to me. So I said, man, if I can do this, if they can do this, I think I can do it. And I heard Mike Lily's story, Monica's story, and I said, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'd already been following some traders, but I had no idea they used tools or anything. I literally only followed because, fortunately, Ari Maccabee put me in a training for Bitcoin back in 2014 or 15 with BitClub Network. And that was the first I ever heard about Bitcoin. And I didn't even buy at that time, guys. I'd love to tell you I just went all in. Spent a lot of money on Bitcoin, but I didn't. And, I did regret it. I did buy later on, made some good money, 3 or 4 different years. But I lost a lot of profit, though, in 2018. I let the price come down. I had no strategy, didn't know anything. So I said, you know what? When I saw iCoinPro, I was like, I'm going to learn to trade it. Plus, it's going to give me a better idea of the markets. And, I also wanted better in my life. Man, I always wanted to be successful, so I was willing to do whatever, So when I saw this, I said, I'm going to go all in, just like I did affiliate marketing, trade it full time and see what happens. Well, to make a long story short, I've made well over 6 figures since joining iCoinPro. And disclaimer, you know how that goes. But And this year I'm already almost halfway to that number, over to 6 figures. So,
wow.
And that just to let you guys know, I didn't even trade in January. So I missed a good little month there where, based on my back testing, probably would have been an extra, 4,000 to 6,000 right there. But to make it even more short, this has probably been the most unbelievable thing I've ever come across. I mean, because the win rate is incredible. You follow it to a T, you cannot fail. It's literally impossible to fail if you follow it. You got to follow it, master it, and over time, once you increase your discipline, I mean, guys, now it's gotten they've improved it so much. It's very, very hard not to achieve that win rate that Justin talks about. Very hard not to. Even in your first year, guys, if you treat it serious, I mean, a lot of you guys are going to be having over 90% win rates your first year, probably your first 6 months, honestly, because he's got the rules for the bear market and bull market. And so we didn't have everything when I first started. I think we got it later on in 2019 was when Justin completed it in the fall. So I started in March, and literally, I think it was like August, guys. He had put the training back there, and I missed it by a few days, and it crushed me. I lost 2 big trades, crushed me. But right after that, I flipped my account in 3 to 4 months. That light bulb went off, and it changed everything. Once I flipped my account, I said, I'm going to go do this full time. I'm like, I can do this. I just have to be a little bit more disciplined, follow what I'm doing. And as of June of 2021, I left my job, and I had a good middle-class job, but I wanted freedom. And I knew if I joined, we don't make millions, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Those facade stories of Forex traders and all these traders with Lambos and stuff is not real. It's not true. I promise you it's not true. Anybody that's traded for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, that's really in this, knows that that's not true. Now, you can make a really, really, really great living, but buying Bugattis and Lambos, guys, that's not what this is about. It's a real skill set, and but you can make a really, really good living doing it. And as the market goes, who knows? As the market continues to grow, we're a young emerging market. So that's what makes this more powerful than anything. You're at the beginning stages of crypto, honestly. So, I think our market today is a little over 2 trillion. So if we get to, 5, 6, 7 trillion that me and Justin's talked about in the past, I mean, that's what I'm telling what we'll end up doing. But, so yeah, guys, I have zero regrets joining, changed my life. It's what I do full time. And you can actually let this pay your bills, let you leave your job and add stuff in with it because you've got time. That's one thing I think a lot of people that watch us and don't really understand about iCoinPro. Justin's got it now with these push notifications now to keep it, and he's minimizing the price on everything for you guys. And it's way better than it was. Like we had nothing, no dump tracker, nothing back when I started. And so he's made it like so simple for everybody to succeed. So I just want to thank Justin and Paul for creating this. I can't imagine 2017 to 2019 creating iCoinPro. What all went into that. It had to be headaches.
That's where all this gray hair came from.
I'll turn it back to you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Jason, thank you so much. Now, folks, Jason also tests our software for us. So if you find any bugs, blame him. That is actually absolutely fantastic, and I love what you said there. That this big show where guys show off Lamborghinis and whatnot being total nonsense. I do agree. And I love the fact that you say that people can make a really good living. And that is essentially what we would love for people, for people to become self-sufficient and basically own their lives. And you used a very magical word there, freedom. Now, freedom is a word that means different things to different people. But I understand where you're coming from, the freedom to be able to do what you want, when you want, how you want, the freedom to be able to decide to work today or not, the freedom to take charge of your life. It is, for me, it's a word that means a lot to me. I've got it tattooed on me somewhere. But yeah, freedom is essentially what we are able to give people through what we have built here at iCoinPro. So hearing your story, Jason, is a testament that what we have been doing for the last 7 years is paying off. And we're not going to stop what we're doing until we manage to change 1 million lives. I'm going to come back to that. But guys, our next guest is a gentleman that has a very interesting story. His name is Carlos Aponte Jr. And I'm not gonna dive too much into his story. But what I can tell you is that there's a piece of his life story that is really so powerful that it was featured in the book Chicken Soup for the Soul. So I'm just going to ask Carlos to come on out and tell us his story, because it is really quite fascinating. Carlos, you want to come on out? Just tell people who you are. Tell us your story, man.
Awesome. Hey, can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited. I'm fired up as always. Let me just go back. Today I live in Florida. I was born and raised in New York City, in a really bad neighborhood town called the Bronx, right? A city in New York. This is back in the 80s. I'm 48 years old today. But when I was 20 years old, I was introduced to network marketing. And it blew me away. This was my way to get out of this ghetto. And this was wow, a long time ago, right? So I got introduced to network marketing. I remember going to my dad, may he rest in peace. And I said, hey, man, Dad, this is it. I'm going to do this, and I am going to get out of here. And he looked at me and he said, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm starting the business. I'm going to do this network marketing thing. He thought I was crazy. But I went all out. I took massive action, and I made it happen. And through that whole entire journey, when you grow up in a bad environment, where there's a lot of crime, a lot of people, we don't even get to cross the street, and leave from one borough to the next borough. We don't even get to go to New Jersey. A lot of people, right? We don't get to restaurants. I mean, you're like in this wild bubble with thousands upon thousands of people. And through network marketing, I got an education. Through network marketing, I was exposed to different things. Through network marketing, I was able to read 12 books a year. Through network marketing, I was able to cross that street and go to all of these amazing events, and literally changed my life. And at my age, here's one thing. At that age, I have a daughter who's 28. I got a son who's 26, and I got a grandbaby. So growing up in this environment, I also had kids at a very young age. Now, I was through that network marketing vehicle. I was able to get out, move to Miami in 2000, right after the towers came down. I built a huge $5 million a year business. It was amazing. Another thing is that the beautiful thing about direct sales is that it accepts everybody with open arms. So if you're listening right now, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you live in a third world country, if you live in a trailer park, if you live in a ghetto, in any city around the world, it's not prejudice. It accepts everybody with open arms. And that's what I found within that industry. My daughter has cerebral palsy. So she's 28 years old, in a wheelchair, and needs a lot of help and support. So imagine being young, no help, no support, and a daughter with disability, right? And it was through network marketing that I was able to build a community, build a family, and get the help and support. And to this day, I've never had a job. All through direct sales, guys. So I'm going to tell you one thing, that direct sales works. It's going to take time. It's going to take skill. If you plug in and you take action, it will change your life. And I know Justin said it's not all peaches and rainbows, right? Because the longer you're in the game, especially in the direct sales with the health and nutrition and everything else, there are challenges that come up. There are competition. Competition is a good thing, but then once you get to a certain level, there's other people that want to steal your thunder. There's other people that want your position. There's other people that act like they're your friends, but they're really not your friends, and they'll try to stab you in the back, right? And I've went through all of those things within the 25 years of full-time, of me being full-time in network marketing, to the point that I went back, and Justin alluded to it when he said that people started marketing online products, right? I was one of those guys. Right? Now, let me tell you something. And I know Aaron Parker. I mean, he knows me. We go way back over 2 decades. I remember when he got into the network that I'm talking about. But I owned the largest stores online for 3 direct sales companies. My stores generated $400,000 a month in revenue. I got approval direct from the network marketing companies to have these stores. I was able to brand the stores with the names and market these products across all of the platforms without any issues whatsoever. And then the challenge comes, and the way we did it was we move all of the volume for the company. We moved the volume under the people that need the volume so that they can rank up and rank. But then when there's an event, they wanted us to go on stage and say that we did all the kumbaya and we did this and we did that, but we didn't, right? And I remember my wife saying, I'm not going on stage because that is not what we did. All we do is sell the products online. And we got, we're at the top of the company. So it just, there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that it's really not put out there. So I got love-hate relationship with direct sales. It changed my life. It changed my family's life. And I had to shift over, right? And start something completely different. So in 2016, I was introduced to crypto. And the way I was introduced, a little different, not through network marketing or anything like that or some Ponzi scheme. I was introduced because I subscribed to the Palm Beach Research Group newsletter. And I traded stocks, I traded futures, I traded options. So I was already trading and investing. And I read this article on Bitcoin, and it said the Bitcoin killer. So I'm reading this. I'm saying the Bitcoin killer. Ooh, man, I missed the opportunity of Bitcoin. It was like $300. I'm thinking I missed the boat, right, of Bitcoin. But then it talked about Ethereum was going to be the smart blockchain that does all of these things. And I invested $2,100, guys. This is into Ethereum. I bought Bitcoin. I bought a couple of other coins. Within a couple of months, Ethereum hit $1,000. I remember looking at my phone, having over $300,000 from a $2,100 investment. And it freaked me out to the point that I sold all of it. I'm telling you, I just sold it all. And then once I sold it all and I cashed out, which was a good thing because I took profits off the table, I made more money in those few months than I did in network marketing in a couple of years. Right. And I did that from just reading an article because I subscribed and I invested in Bitcoin. So then, in Ethereum, I invested in other coins as well. And in 2017, we made over $1 million from investing in different cryptocurrencies. It was being at the right place at the right time, though. And that's going to happen to a lot of you that are listening right now. I've been through 2 bull markets, 2 bear markets, 2 black swan events, the FTS fiasco, the Luna fiasco, which I thought I was going to retire multi-millionaire with that and lost it from one day to the next. And so I've been around the block to the point that I started consulting and teaching and training people and showing them the right ways to protect themselves within the cryptocurrency space, right? Within this whole entire industry of crypto. And I can tell you one thing. The first time around, I got lucky. I was at the right place at the right time. Second time around, I educated myself, so I was able to deserve it. If I could fast forward, go back in time, what changed for me was education. The difference is that I had to go to events, conventions. I had to read the books. I had to subscribe and invest thousands of dollars and all of these different courses just to learn how to get really good at cryptocurrency. So guys, we have with iCoinPro here, an amazing community. Not only it has an amazing business opportunity, but let's talk about the educational side. The education, once you go through it and you learn it, it's yours to keep. Nobody could ever take this away from you, right? And this is the difference, right? Where in most companies, you join and you get a product, and now you sell this product, but you can find those same products everywhere else. With cryptocurrency and this education, you're going to get not only a good education, you're going to be part of a good community, you're going to have a good team, but once you learn it, you can write your own paycheck every single day of the week, and it doesn't matter where you come from. And it doesn't matter if you want to work today or don't work today, it is yours to keep. Here's another thing. You can pass it on and share this with your loved ones, with your children, with the people that you care about. It's called a law of reciprocity. You learn how to do this, and you are going to score. Now, when you look at crypto, we're 14 years young. When you compare this to real estate that's over 1,000 years, you compare this to the stock market, everybody here that's listening to this or a replay, we're in the very beginning. I'm in a couple of years before you, but we are all, I mean, the whole entire industry as a whole is 14 years young. Educate yourself, educate yourself, educate yourself, and you can change your family's life forever. There's so many different things that you can do in crypto, right? In crypto, you could earn multiple streams of crypto income. As a trader, you could make money. And you heard, Jason, he talked about this, the Ferraris and the toys and all of those things. I went through that. I lived in a penthouse in Fort Lauderdale. We had a lot of fun. And because we was in that environment, we made a lot of mistakes. Some of the mistakes that we made was we bought those stupid toys, right? My kids had Louis Vuittons and Gucci sneakers, and they were not even teenagers. I mean, it was that type of those mistakes that I had to learn that I'm excited that I can share with you so that you don't have to go through that. I had to leave South Florida and buy a house in the countryside in Central Florida just so I can just change the whole entire mindset and do it all over again and do it the right way. Because if you, like in Miami, you go to Miami, you're going to see all of these things that Jason was talking about, but it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable because they show you the toys, they show you the clothes, they go out to the clubs and all of the restaurants, but you know what they don't show you is the losses.
Yes.
The losses. They don't show you when you take a leverage trade, you could make a lot of money. You could go in a trade and make 100, 200 grand on a leverage trade. You know, people are doing it, but that can come right back and smack you right in the face and take it all from you. And then you can't even recover, because if you build up a portfolio so big and now you lose it in one shot, you're done. And you know, this happens all the time.
All the time.
You know, so what I love about ICP here is that 1, we got a great education. 2, it's available all around the world. 3, it's affordable. And I mean, 4, it gives you all of the tools that you need to win. In addition to all of that, you are going to develop the skill sets so that you can write your own paycheck within the cryptocurrency marketplace. This is where it gets, you know, I mean, this is the part that I think it goes over a lot of people's heads. If you don't develop these skill sets, and I'm going to be honest and blunt, some of you are going to get lucky. You're going to buy crypto because we're in a down market, slow market, summertime. You're going to buy now, presidential election, your crypto portfolio is going to go through the roof. But then you're going to end up losing it because you didn't develop these skills. So we're going to prevent that from happening, and we're going to teach you the skills. And just together, the strategy. So I've been coaching and consulting. I'm a swing trader and a fundamental investor. And I told Aaron, I said, you know what? I like what they're doing because they're teaching a strategy that everyone can do with no brand new. So if you're brand new, you've never done this before, you don't know what this coin is or that coin is, you can learn how to do it because it's so simple, this particular strategy. So as a swing trader, I will go in a big trade and I will hold it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, right, until it plays out. But with this micro profit trading strategy that you're going to learn, you can go in and out of a trade in 5 minutes. You can go in and out of a trade in 3 minutes. You can take 4 or 5 trades in a few minutes. Think about that and make $100, $200, $300. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you could accomplish with this system. Another last thing I'm going to leave you with is that 97% win rate. So when I'm teaching people how to trade and leverage trade, we don't have a 97% win rate. If we can win 30%, you're making a lot of money and you're losing 7 out of 10 trades. With a 97% win rate, there's no risk because you are buying the actual crypto asset and holding it. When you trade on leverage, for those of you who don't know what leverage is, just think of this, right? You got a paper, all right, this paper, and you're basically saying, hey, I'm going to give $1,000 to take this trade, and that paper asset is going to pay me if it goes up, if I said I wanted to go up, or if it goes down, if I wanted to go down. So if it doesn't go the right way, you will end up losing all of your money, right? Now, on spot trading, which is what Justin teaches, this is why I introduced it to my clients. I said, you know what? If you want to learn how to trade with a simple strategy, with a 97% win rate, because you actually own the asset when you take the trade, it's not paper money now. Now you really own it. You're not going to end up losing. And Justin, I got to thank you because that is awesome what you put together. And it's an eye opener for everybody that I've already spoken to that have tried it the other way and they've won. But when you're leverage trading, you're going to take some major hits, you know, before you learn, right? But with this, everybody can learn how to do it without the hits. And that's why I became a part of ICP. That's why I told Darren, look, I'm going to do it. And there's no excuse. I had my family in town, packed house. My son was here, his wife, his in-laws. I mean, it was packed. I didn't make an excuse. I told Aaron, I'm going to join. I'm going to be going to parks. I'm going to be doing all of these things. And I'm still going to introduce this to a couple of people because people need to know this right now. Now, today, it's a good time to join. Why? Because the market is down. We are in the summer. Market's going sideways. You want to get in and learn while it's slow, right? Not when it's fast, right? Not when people are working. Now's the time to educate yourself. And within a week, you can learn how to do this. And I'm looking, and I do have multiple cameras, you know, multiple monitors, right? In my office. So if you see me looking on this side, I'm looking over here because I have the trading portal open, right? Now, from an investing side, I invest in all kinds of tools and indicators. So I don't lose money when I take trades. One indicator, I'm not going to mention a name, but it costs me close to $1,000 a year. Just one indicator. I got another indicator that shows me some buy orders and some, you know, buy blocks and some other things that I spend almost another $700-800 a year. I'm looking at this trading portal that has the RSI SPY, the Trade Finder, the MACDs, all of these things for $50. I mean, think about that, $50. I can't believe it's so cheap, you know, for everything that you get that's going to help so many people win. The RSI SPY, I do a training on RSI, and I teach people the RSI strategy without this shortcut. Like the old-fashioned way, right? We got to look at the RSI indicator, right? This is a shortcut, guys. You click a button and it tells you which cryptos are oversold. I want you to think about that. You buy cryptos when they are oversold, not when they are overbought. When they are green and everybody on CNBC is talking about them, that's when you don't buy cryptos. You buy them when they are bleeding, when it is red, when there's extreme fear in the market. And this trading portal gives you all of that, the fear and greed index, the oversold index, the RSI SPY. So you get to see it with a click of a button. That alone is so valuable, guys. That is amazing. So, guys, I don't have anything else, you know, to really go into. The trading portal is unbelievable. The training is top of the line for this particular strategy. You learn this strategy, you will be able to write your own paycheck, whether the market goes up, down, or sideways. As you educate yourself and master this, nobody could ever take it away from you. It is yours and yours to keep. And this $50 trading portal, there's so many people right now in crypto that have no idea that there is a tool that has everything for $50, not a single person. So that from a marketing standpoint, you could introduce this to people. You can use the affiliate income that comes in to reinvest into crypto. For those of you who do not have any liquidity to invest into crypto, by promoting ICP, this amazing academy, this amazing tool, this amazing community, and this portal, you could make income to offset and build a portfolio and learn how to do this. I mean, it's just amazing. So I know I went on way too long, probably, but I was
just enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, myself. I'm just like, wow, like I'm edge of my seat here, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm fired. I just want to help everybody score. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with this. All over social media, especially on Facebook, you got a lot of network marketers on Facebook. And this is what took me over the edge. I know a lot of these network marketers because I've been in the space for a long time. They're promoting scams and Ponzi schemes. Mm-hmm. They are 100%. And I'm going to give you, I'm not going to mention the names of these companies. Some of the people that promote them are real good network marketers, top leaders. I mean, $1 million earners. And they're religious too. And this is how they get people in. They don't care if it's a Ponzi scheme. They know it's a Ponzi scheme. I've gotten called offers to fly to Dubai. They give me money to go. And I say, nah, dude, that thing is going to come right back and bite you in the butt. And if you do something wrong, it's going to come back. Guys, if you learn how to trade and invest, you can do this the right way without any Ponzi scheme. With no Ponzi scheme, you're going to buy real cryptos that are going to be in your own wallet, not some fake wallet that somebody just came up with. Okay, it's going to be in your wallet. So I told Darren, look, these guys are promoting all of these scams. It's so sad that a lot of people are going to lose. And when they lose, what they're going to do is they're going to blame it on crypto, not knowing that they were in a Ponzi scheme. They're just going to blame it over on the whole entire industry, as you know, all together. And we need to change that. And this is why I'm excited. I'm pumped to really show people the right way to do things so that they don't get caught and lose their hard-earned money into these Ponzi schemes. When you look at all of the crypto, first of all, we got enough layer 1 blockchains. For those of you who don't know what that is, you know, say Ethereum, you know, I can, you know, you guys, layer 1 blockchains. We don't need a network marketing company to try to come up with a layer 1 blockchain. And these guys they're not even computer scientists, computer engineers. There's no need for that. You got Solana that does everything that these guys are doing. I mean, it's so sad what's happening, you know, right now.
Doesn't need a CEO.
Yep. And I know you all see it. So I told Darren, I said, look, man, we're going to clean up shop. We're going to let people know that's the wrong way to do it. This is the right way to do it. Educate yourself, buy cryptos in your own wallet. You use your own Coinbase account, protect your crypto assets. Don't give them to anybody. If it's a network marketing company that says they're coming out with the best wallet, the best mining facility, the best layer 1 blockchain project, that is a lie, because there is no possible way even the best network marketing person in the world has enough money, capital, and resources to pull off a layer 1 blockchain. Oh, right? Or a mining facility as big as Marathon's mining facilities. I mean, it's not going to happen. So, guys, ICP, this is it. Join us. We're going to help you. Justin's strategy is going to help you write your own paycheck every single day. Paul is here to help you and support you and everybody within this community. I'm pumped. Back to you guys. Sorry. That took long.
Wow. That is absolutely an amazing story. And I loved hearing like absolutely every single bit. And I also remember when Ethereum came out of nowhere, and I bought it $4 and I sold it $8 and I thought I was a king.
Yeah.
And I sold the stack of Ethereum for $8.
You did a call today with was it today with a gentleman from the UK?
Paul Gibbons.
Yeah,
Great call. You talked about buying some lights with Bitcoin. Was it lights or?
Yes. Yes.
I will take a picture of 2 chairs. I got 2 blue chairs that I paid
The
1
lamps.
Bitcoin each. The
Oh
lamps.
my gosh.
I paid 1 Bitcoin each for these blue chairs. Every time I walk through this part of the house, I'm so pissed off. I don't even look at the chairs anymore. I'm telling you, I don't look at these chairs. These chairs are they're $110,000 chairs today. Nobody's it's the Bitcoin chairs. It cost me 1 Bitcoin a piece. You know, do not buy depreciating assets with any crypto.
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, God.
Absolutely. Carlos, thank you. That was absolutely powerful. Guys, we're running out of time here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hand over straight to Justin. Justin, come on out. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that want to know a little bit more about the business opportunity side. So
Yes.
It's always yours.
Absolutely. And again, Jason, Carlos, I can't thank both of you enough. This was incredibly powerful. I'm so glad we have this recorded so everybody can share this with people. I mean, it's and really for me, I mean, Carlos and I, we've talked a couple times now. It's so great seeing you dig deeper into the system and as a fellow trader, understanding the power of the tools and what we've been building over here. There's nothing else like this in crypto that exists right now that I'm aware of. And for the inexpensive price that we charge for it. But again, that's part of our mission, like Paul's talked about. We want to touch 1 million lives around the world. We want people who don't have hope to have hope, right? That's, I think, one of the biggest things that we want to do. We want people who are stay-at-home moms or single moms or people who, you know, aren't making a ton of money. I think crypto is all about that transfer of wealth from the elite and powerful to the average person and creating a true opportunity that the world, you know, it happens very, very rarely. And so that's why we want to keep all these tools affordable for the average person. And again, as Carlos pointed out, you can do a trade with the system and pay your entire membership in 1 trade. I mean, there's just never been anything like that in network marketing, a product where you can make money just using the product without having to even refer anybody. But to that end, let's talk about referring people because it has gotten better than ever. I mean, so it brings us to the point that we're at now. Here we are. We have this rock solid 7-year-old debt-free company. But what's happening now with the compensation plan and this relaunch that we're doing is making it feel like a brand new company all over again. So I want to make sure everybody understands, if you're getting in now, even though we've been around for 7 years, you have a huge opportunity. Carlos mentioned, you know, we're at the dawn of time. Okay. People say, oh man, I feel like I missed the boat with crypto. Oh, I feel like I missed the boat with iCoinPro. No, the boat hasn't even been built. Okay. We're not even at that point yet. You're so early right now. Hardly anybody really understands or uses crypto yet. All right. You've got trillions of dollars moving a day in the Forex markets. We have $2 trillion market cap. I mean, you got to understand how early you are and how high the bar can raise here. What we're doing. So now, speaking of 1 million people, there was a company recently in network marketing that went to over 1.2 million members in the space of a little bit over a year. Some of you may know what company that was, and it was amazing. It caught a lot of people off guard. They underestimated that company. They didn't see that coming. Well, fortunately, the owner of that company is a good friend of ours. Paul and I, we approached him and we said, hey, man, you know, how did you do that? More importantly, how can you help us do something similar in iCoinPro with this absolutely incredible product that we have? So he actually helped us craft this new plan to replicate the business model, the engine that drove his company to that tremendous level of success. So you're literally here right now hearing about the launch of a plan that can potentially generate tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people in this company over the next 12 to 24 months. And if you've ever missed out on an opportunity and getting in early, now is your chance. And also, I want to point this out. If you feel like you missed out on that other company that went to over 1 million members, this is your second chance, okay? Don't blow it. Don't blow your second chance. There are not many times in life that you do get a second chance. So what's exciting about iCoinPro is on top of the trade finder software, helping you pick off those winning trades, making daily, weekly, and monthly profits, you can earn even more now through our powerful Powerline system and affiliate compensation plan. In fact, when you entered your name and email on that website and you got that free boot camp, you also got a free temporary position in our company Powerline. And with millions of people around the world wanting to learn about how to profit in cryptocurrency, every time a new person does the same, they're going to place you in that Powerline. Now, tonight is the big night. It's the cutoff. This is the day to lock in your position or you miss out. Everyone who locks in their position by becoming a member for just $99.95 and only $39.95 per month, you move to the top of the power line above everyone else who waits. And those people are then placed in our fast filling 2x15 forced matrix before all the people below them in the power line in the highest available position following their enroller. And the way our compensation plan works is, all right, everybody has just 2 people front line, right? Once those spots are filled, the only place everyone else can go is underneath of the people that are already in. So if anyone is placed under you, which we've already had, I was talking with a lady who has over 300 people in her matrix already, which is just incredible. You know, if anyone's placed below you, whether you personally introduce them or other people introduce them, you will get paid on them every single month. In fact, just one person who goes to work could potentially earn you hundreds or even thousands of dollars a month, even if you don't enroll anyone yourself. And I think that's why this plan is so absolutely powerful. And if you do choose to share iCoinPro system and the opportunity with others, you can earn significantly more. We have the most powerful matching bonuses in the industry. Just by enrolling 2 people, you literally triple your earning potential in this plan. So with thousands of people joining iCoinPro in the next 24 months, the only place that they can go in the matrix is under the people who are already in. So the sooner you lock in your spot, the higher you will be positioned. Now, tonight is the cutoff. So make sure to make that decision to get started. I'm going to end here with a quote from Wayne Gretzky. He said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Listen, don't lose before you even begin by not taking action. Take your shot, get started tonight, and I promise you, this will be one decision you will never, ever regret. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening. We appreciate you coming out, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.